With much of the 2024 focus right now on President Biden and the future of his campaign, Donald Trump chose today to try to distance himself from Project 2025. That's the 900-plus page document from conservative advisors at the Heritage Foundation, which lays out some pretty aspirational goals to reshape the federal government and, frankly, American life if Trump were to win in November. Well, on Truth Social today, Trump wrote, "I know nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who's behind it. I disagree with some of the things they're saying, and some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them." Several Trump allies, though, do have ties to Project 2025, including two of its authors, Dr. Ben Carson and Ken Cuccinelli. Mark Meadows and Stephen Miller are with groups on Project 2025's advisory board. Senior advisor Peter Navarro, who is, of course, in prison, is also listed as an advisor. My panel is back. So, David, Donald Trump is distancing himself today from Project 2025, saying he's not involved here. These, though, are people who would be likely to have significant policy roles in the administration if Donald Trump is, in fact, reelected. How involved is he really?
Yeah, so the answer is zero. He's involved zero. And those people you put on the screen there, they're involved zero. This is being drafted. This Project 2025 is coming out of the Heritage Foundation. And they are clearly trying to assert, or they were trying to clearly assert some sort of role that they don't have, that I know from speaking to Chris LaCivita on the campaign. He retweeted out a piece on that. I know from speaking to him previously about this and the former president that they've disavowed this. Unless it comes from Donald Trump's mouth or the campaign, don't believe it. And so people are trying to be important in Washington. Everyone's trying to throw around their weight and say things that they shouldn't say. And Donald Trump just gave them a smackdown. So it's simple as that.
So curious, though, I would like to get your take, and I'm sure you've seen this moment, which is really going viral. Kevin Roberts, who's the president of the Heritage Foundation, earlier this week was on Steve Bannon's War Room podcast in the wake of the Supreme Court's decision on immunity and said this.
We are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
What does that even mean? I mean, is that a threat, David? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Why do you think Donald Trump just said, I don't know anything about these people. I don't know what they're doing. They don't speak for me. Like, that's not coming. Unlike Karine Jean-Pierre, who is the press secretary for the White House and who is complicit with this conspiracy of silence, Donald Trump is pushing back. He's speaking in his own voice and saying, these people don't speak for me. This is not the truth. So it's pretty clear.
Naira, Democrats would like to be talking about Donald Trump. I have heard that. It has been very clear to me in a number of interviews this week that that is some messaging that is coming to Democrats, that they should be talking more about Donald Trump. They should be talking more about his debate performance, the more than 30 lies that he told. I get that. But the fact is, Joe Biden and questions about Joe Biden are dominating the moment. Democrats haven't figured out a way to do both yet. Why is that?
Well, I think they're looking at this ahead of where most of the electorate is right now. And Democrats are looking ahead to October and the feelings and behavior people will have as voters in October when they realize, as of this moment, it is a binary choice between Biden and Trump. That's what will be on the ballot ticket. Third parties, very minimal. There are options there, but we all remember the feelings of Ralph Nader tweeting earlier this weekend and folks saying, sit down, sir. You as a third party candidate has played a significant role, third-party candidates, in Trump winning over Hillary. So that, for Democrats, third-party candidates are definitely a challenge, and why they're reminding voters this is a choice between Biden and Trump. The Heritage Foundation has said that this 900-page document is their plan to institutionalize Trumpism. The Heritage Foundation has been an ally of the Trump administration in all 4 years, not many of the policies, but being perfectly happy when Trump himself comes under heat, he will just temporarily reverse how he feels about something. He did that on abortion, right? At one point, he wanted to put pregnant women in jail because that seemed to be the conservative trend. Despite Trump flip-flopping, there is a massive conservative agenda that is going to eliminate reproductive rights and challenge diversity and the American Constitution as we know it today.